So you have a direct sales business. You decided to sign on the dotted line because you absolutely love the products. But now that you've done that, you're wondering, what exactly do I do to build my business? Especially as you look around online, you see so many different tactics. Should I focus online? Should I focus in person? Should I start a blog? Should I have a YouTube channel? Should I do online parties? There's so many things, and then you have the training that your company provides and the advice that you're getting from your family and friends. How do you know what to really focus on in those early days in order to get off to a great start quickly? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Michelle Fox, and I love to help female entrepreneurs expand their business exponentially with the help of social media. And today we're going to talk about how to build your direct sales business, 5 tips that will help you build it quickly. And this has to do with whether you are in person or online. But these 5 tips, in my opinion, are key things to focus on to really get things off on the right foot. Before I go there, I just want to remind you that the person that you signed up with that person for a reason. Okay. There was something about the leadership style or the way that they presented the opportunity. There was something that pulled you. So remember them as a key resource. You probably have what's called a recruiter or a team leader or something like that. And then there may be someone above that person that is a manager or a director. Those people have a vested interest in your success, and they know the company and they want to help you. Your company has materials, both printed and online, doubtlessly, that you can refer back to. If there is a training program that they ask you to go through in the first week or 2 weeks, definitely do that. Whatever you are asked to do officially in those early days, complete those tasks before you do anything else. Okay. They are asking you to do those things for a reason. They're setting a foundation, and that foundation has to be in place before you start building on top of that. So, these 5 tips are building on top of whatever foundation has been set by your recruiter, director, and company. All right. So, the first tip that I have would be to establish in your mind, and therefore you'll be able to establish it in the minds of others. What makes you different than everyone else that sells your product or service? It's a tough one because we don't often think like that, especially in early days. But in today's marketplace, you have to distinguish yourself. There are thousands, perhaps tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of people that sell or do what you sell or do. So, why would someone want to make a transaction with you? Don't say, "Oh gosh, you're right. Nobody would want to do a transaction with me because no, this is not an opportunity to feel sorry for yourself and to backpedal. This is an opportunity for you to dig deep and ask yourself, why did I decide to represent this line of products? What was it that drew me to them? Is there something about my history, my personality, my skill set that connected me or drew me to these products? Is there something unique in the way that I express myself or teach people? Or is there something that is unique in terms of how I relate to people? Those are the things that you need to start thinking about, because as you can identify how you are different, it will help you in your marketing face to face and online. So, for example, if I try to be like a beauty influencer, like a makeup guru, like the beautiful young girls that are literally, have like beauty, what are those called? Makeup artist certifications and stuff like that. And they look, stunning. They look like models. If I tried to be that, and there are lots of people on YouTube doing makeup videos that are like that, that's stiff competition for me, and I'm not going to really rise above because there's too much competition and I just really I can't match that. So I had to think, well, what do I have to offer? What have I heard back? What have people told me they get out of it when I teach them or when I show them something? And what I usually hear is that I make things simple, that I explain things in a really simple way. So I started thinking of myself as that, like I can explain beauty and skincare to you in a simple way, non-threatening, non-intimidating, that you can understand, you can break down, you can digest. So the more I understood that that made me different than other options, the more it helped me understand how to market myself, how to explain to people what it is that I do. And it will also help you understand who to look for in terms of customers. But the first one is to figure out what makes you different. How are you different than everybody else in the field that sells or does what you sell or do? The second thing that you could do to really start things off solidly would be to start a blog. That sounds like a tall task, and it can be. If you know me, you've heard me kind of complain about it. But you can take it to whatever degree you want, okay? You can create a website for free on Wix, WordPress, lots of different places. And a blog is simply a post. If it's just your thoughts put out there consistently. And if you want to do it in video format, that's great. That's what I do. But the idea is that if you consistently put out information that serves a purpose for your audience, if you consistently are answering a question, filling a need, providing entertainment, providing a solution for your audience, you're going to become the go to person in their mind. You're going to become an expert in their mind. And blogging is a great way to do that. Not only that, but as you blog consistently, Google and YouTube and search engines are going to find your material and connect you with the right people. So even if you don't have a real polished website, you don't invest thousands of dollars in how it looks, you don't understand email funnels, you don't do any of the fancy stuff. If you just establish a website and you put some kind of content out consistently where you are serving your public, you're serving your ideal audience, it will make a difference. It will set you up as a credible authority in your field. And you will also be seen by what is called the search engines, and they will bring the right people to you. So, you want to know what makes you different? You want to start a blog. The third one would be to start using social media to your advantage. Of course, I'm gonna say that, 'cause that's my thing. But even if you don't really see yourself promoting your business online primarily, if you only want to do in-person appointments and parties and you wanna keep things local, that is A-okay. But promoting it through social media will help you get there faster because all of the local peeps are on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and Twitter. And so as you get on there and interact and again show up as a unique, credible authority in your field offering solutions, people will notice and they're like, "Hey, wow, okay, something's going on here. She seems to really know a lot about this field." And when they have a question in that realm, they will probably come to you. This is not being spammy and pushy and posting pictures of products and listing prices or offering deals. This is more along the lines of showing up. Imagine yourself already an influencer, already an expert in your field. Imagine that you already are at the top position in your company, that whatever you do, that you are the best at doing it. What kind of posts would you share? You want that kind of confidence, and you want to also be coming from that position of security and authority, not like, "Oh, please buy my stuff, please buy my stuff." But more like, "Hey, did you know that there are so many different ways to apply your eyeshadow, but bottom line, if you feel pretty, that's good enough, and that's all I wanted to tell you today." It doesn't have to be, "Here's this product and it's this price," and et cetera, et cetera. It can just be a helpful tip, or it can be, "Don't forget to," you know, whatever, "Twice a year, we change our clocks and we change our batteries in our, fire alarms." And maybe it's time for you to buy new brushes. I don't know. But, you come up with clever little things and you kind of show up consistently in these different social media platforms. And when you are on social media, especially if you're on more than one platform, people start to think of you as a celebrity. That's very helpful in establishing your credibility. But let's get specific. So, some things that you could do. So, on Facebook, of course, you've got your personal profile that you can be cognizant to be more professional, to show up as more of a, what do they call it? Not an influencer, but just more as a person of influence than just here's me, with the seatbelt across and, holding my dog, but where you've got some really attractive pictures of yourself and where you talk about maybe some accomplishments or some challenges or goals, but where people see that professional side of you. You can still be fun and playful, but let them see that there's something's brewing. Okay, something's changing. Facebook Live, you can do like a Q&A either on your personal profile, or you can start a business page, or if you don't want to think of it as a business page, think of it as a fan page. But you want to start something that has a public persona, a public platform. Your personal profile can either be public or private, but your business page slash fan page is always public, meaning the whole wide world can see what you put there. So let's say you go on this public platform and you're posting recipes with essential oils, and every week you come up with two different recipes and you do it week in, week out, week in, week out. There are going to be people from around the globe that start to find that page and follow it and like it and tell their friends about it, and Facebook is going to see that you're consistent and that people like it. And then they're going to say, "Oh, well, these people like recipes about essential oils." So they're going to make sure that those people know about your business page. It's all about being consistent and being helpful. Saying buy my stuff is not being helpful. So there's a shift up here that needs to happen. And if you're new, this is great timing, because instead of thinking I need to learn how to make people buy my stuff, no, you really don't. You need to learn how to serve the people that you want to ultimately be your customers. What need do they have that your product or service can solve or help or fix or whatever? And in considering that, what skills or thoughts or what what tricks or tips do you have in that realm that could help? So, I don't sell, uh, um, what's the blue soap? Dawn. I don't sell Dawn dishwashing liquid, but I know that it makes a great soap for makeup brushes. So I might say, "Hey, you can get this Dawn dishwashing liquid from $1 at the dollar store. And it's great for cleaning your brushes, especially your foundation brushes." And I can be showing them how to do it. And they're thinking, "Oh my gosh, that's great, because I really can't afford to buy, expensive cleaner." And they're grateful and they learn something new, and that's how you make a connection. You're serving them, and then they might think of me the next time they need either some beauty advice or a beauty product. But it they the you want them not so much to think of you as this brand lady, "I'm the blank lady." You want them to think of you as an authority in your field. So more than, "I'm such and such lady," when people think of beauty, skincare, anti-aging, makeup application, whatever, I want to be the first name that pops up in their head. Okay. And you want to be the first name that pops up in their head as well. So we'll have different people. So don't worry about it. There's a lot of people in the world. All right. So social media. So Facebook, utilize Facebook, Instagram. There's such a thing as a business profile. And you can have that hooked up so that whenever you post on Instagram, it automatically also posts to Facebook. So there's lots of really cool things like that that make things automated. Twitter, TikTok, short form video is extremely hot right now. And that it's a great, great way to get over your fear of being on camera because it's short and quick and funny. And it's a great way to let people know, what you do. It's a great way to just demo stuff. If there's a new product that comes out that you can physically demonstrate how to use it, what it does, or have an opening, an unveiling or something like that. Those kinds of things are very popular. And you can make one and then post it on all the different short form video platforms. So it used to just be TikTok, but now you've got TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook. I don't know if they call them Reels, but Facebook, whatever. And now YouTube has Shorts. So you can put it on all of those. But here's a little gem that not a lot of people talk about: Pinterest. The thing that's really cool about Pinterest is that you can share anything that you share on Facebook or Instagram, or even the videos on TikTok or YouTube. You can have posts that are square and you can have posts that are long. Whatever you want to put out there, you can decide what the picture looks like. You can have the write up, but you can put a link for every post. So you could have a link to the site where you sell your products. You could have a link to your new blog. You could have a link to your YouTube channel. You could have a link to your TikTok, so that when people are reading that on Pinterest, they can easily click to take next steps with you. Not all social media platforms give you that opportunity. You can't put a link in Instagram post. You can't you're not asked to provide a link in like your TikTok videos and stuff like that. But Pinterest actually has a place for you to provide a link for every single post. So, tuck that away. So, what makes you different? Think about starting a blog. Use social media to your advantage. Fourth one is to create eye catching graphics. And instead of falling into the trap of trying to find the right pictures online or borrow them from somebody. So, let's say, for example, you have to make a flyer for an event that's coming up. And you are okay. So, we sell masks like moisture masks and charcoal masks and things like that. So we want to do like a masquerade party, a masquerade ball. And so we want to have pictures of, really elaborate, beautiful masks, like, from, Phantom of the Opera type masks. And so then I'm thinking, okay, so how can I get that? And so then you're Googling and you're cutting and pasting, or you're copying and you're using all these low quality images and you're spending all kinds of time doing that. No. There are free apps that are absolutely amazing. And the one that will change your life, that I'll just talk about one right now, is Canva, CANVA.com. And you figure out what size picture you want. If you need something horizontal or oblong or whatever, tell it what size you want. Then it has its own like photo album, library. You can go in there and say, I want like a masquerade mask. It'll pop up all these pictures. You can, put them in your, whatever you're making, and make it gorgeous. And the quality is perfection because you're determining the pixel size and everything. You're making an original creation. So it is as sharp and as crisp as it can possibly be. That will change your life. And they have templates too. So if you feel like, okay, oh my gosh, it's my job to make invitations to this thing, and I've never done that before, I don't even know what to do. You can go to canva.com, put in there invitation, and it will just show you a bunch of invitation templates, and you just pick one and then you put your information in there. It does make a difference. There was a time when your graphics, it didn't really matter. People weren't expecting much, but people expect more today. Okay. They expect things to look clear. They expect things to look, um, m- you know, up to date. If something looks like it's cut and paste, or like something like what are these, clip art? If something just looks like boring clip art, people just kinda don't even see it. So you wanna use something that's fresh and real and new, and use these graphic, apps to your advantage. So Canva.com is definitely one that you wanna use regularly. Okay, and then the 5th one is content marketing strategy. It's a long, long one. Content marketing strategy. Okay, let's break that down. Content is like the bulk of what you're talking about. Marketing is promoting yourself, promoting your business, and a strategy means that you've got a plan. So, content marketing strategy is saying that when you post something on social media, that you need to be strategically promoting yourself, promoting your business, and there needs to be a plan, like a laid out plan. Like, it's not random, it's not when you feel like it. There is okay, I'm going to post this many times a week. I'm going to post on these two social media platforms. I'm going to do this many, personal life posts, and I'm going to do this many business life posts. That you need to spell it out and stick to it. Content marketing strategy. Tons of information about that online, lots of different opinions. There's going to be something different whether you're talking about Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and that can get overwhelming. So, this is my advice. Think about your audience and think about what social media platform is your audience probably on. So, my audience is women over 50. My audience is still on Facebook. If my audience was, teenagers, I would not choose Facebook as a primary way of promoting my business because teenagers are not into Facebook. All right. So you need to ask yourself, where are my people? Which social media platform do they gravitate toward? And if you don't know, Google it. Okay. And just come up with maybe two social media platforms in the beginning to really focus on so that you're not overwhelmed. And so, like for me, I think the first two that I focused on, Facebook and Instagram. And since I explained how they're connected, so I had my business account on Instagram would automatically post to my business page on Facebook. So I decided to have a content marketing strategy for Instagram. Had that all mapped out. I actually had a calendar where I could schedule it in advance. So on Monday, I would schedule the whole week in advance. So I knew what something was going to post every single day. After it posted on Instagram, it automatically posted to Facebook. And I did that consistently. That was my content media strategy, content marketing strategy. It's going to be different for everybody. You might feel like, well, my people are probably on TikTok and YouTube. So I'm going to consistently do short video. I'm going to do a short video every day. That's a content marketing strategy. That's fine. So you want to think about, again, who is your audience? Where are they? Pick the two social media platforms and then do some research on what is a great content marketing strategy for that platform. In general, you're going to see a combination of posts that are sort of informative, that are sort of borrowed. So let's say, okay, let's say you sell like 31 bags. So you might have like 5 posts a week that are things about organizing, restructuring your room, or changing up your office setup, articles like that. in your mind, you're thinking that you're all the examples that you're using involve the 31 bags, but the information per se isn't about, "Hey, buy my 31 bags." It's more about organization. But you're borrowing that information. You're kind of getting online and you're looking like, "Oh, okay, here's a really good article about organizing. I'm going to kind of rephrase that myself." So there's that kind of stuff. A bulk of your stuff will be from that. Then you'll have a couple that is just all you, but it will be about your business, about whatever your expertise is. So let's say you're only a few months in, but you already know that those little tiny bags, sell really well because they're a good price point and they can do so, you can put so many things in there. So you might have a couple of posts that just show different things that you've done with that little bag around your house, just a little picture and a little blurb or something. So that's more personalized, but it's still about your business, but it's something that's uniquely you. And then you want to have a couple of posts that are about your vacation, your kids, your dog, the fact that you just got over COVID or that you're moving or, that kind of stuff. People want to know who you, the person, they want to be attached to you, the person. I've said this many times is that when they love you, the individual, as much or more than they love the product or service, they are your customer for life. And that really should be the goal, is that we don't want them focusing on the company brand, and we don't even really want them focusing on the product. We want them focusing on you as the conduit, you as the person who is providing, who is meeting that need, so that should you change companies, should you just totally shift your career and do 100% blogging or 100% YouTube, that people are going to come with you because they are following you because of your expertise, not just because you're how they obtain a certain product. So you need to think of yourself as more than a salesperson. Now, you might be saying, I thought you said that this was for people that are doing it in person. Yes, it is true. All of this can be done while or in addition to you are meeting face to face, having parties, coaching your hostess, filling orders, mailing stuff out, giving samples, all of those things. But when you are also taking advantage of the world wide web of free social media, when you are putting yourself out there as an authority, an expert in your field, as people are seeing you on every social media platform, the local people in your area in particular, because they know you, are going to think of you as the go-to person for whatever that is. And they'll even be talking amongst themselves about it. Mark my words, when you start consistently posting across all social media platforms, particularly when you use video, you will go places and people will say, "Oh my gosh, you are doing so well in your business. Congratulations." They don't know if you've sold a darn thing, but they know that you're on TV. They know that you are on camera. They know that you are somebody because you're out there putting all this material out, and that impresses people. And that is what you want. You want to show up as a unique authority in your field, offering things to these people without expecting a sale in the near future, where you are just solving a problem, meeting a need, and you want to utilize all of these social media platforms. It's free. It's like free advertising. I mean, if people had knew about this, 20, 30 years ago, mind blown. This is an amazing opportunity. Today is an amazing day to be in sales. And it is absolutely a-okay if you only want to do in-person, face-to-face selling, but you would be leaving money on the table if you didn't take advantage of an online persona to some degree. So that's what I wanted to share today. I hope that you found something new. I would love to hear in the comments what you learned, what you thought. And I don't mind if you disagree, you want to share something, you have a different thought or feeling about something, that's totally fine. Just be respectful. and let me know what you are trying, what you're doing, what your challenges are, what your victories are. We are in this together. We're always learning and growing together. So I would appreciate that. And I always respond to every single comment. So please, if you got anything out of this, like the video, share it with a friend who might enjoy it as well. Hit the bell so that you are notified of the next one. And most of all, subscribe to Boss Babes Online. We are trying to get to 1,000 by May 1st, and that's coming fast and furious. I figure if everybody that's currently subscribed brought in 2 people, we'd be there. But so we've got a ways to go. So please subscribe to our channel. It will just empower us to do more. Once you hit 1,000, and I've trained on this as well. Once you have 1,000 subscribers, it just kind of puts you in a new echelon as far as what you can do in YouTube. So that's where we need to get this channel. So thank you so much for your time and attention. And I will see you soon with yet another topic about how social media can help you build your business exponentially.